Well, good evening, gentlemen. Some of you folks already know me. You see me at the store, right? My name is Eddie Vallejo. I'm the sales manager of the store here in HRO. I'm not the manager of the store. That would be Charity, the blonde girl. Have you been to the store? You've seen her. She's the manager, but I'm the sales manager. For us, this is very awesome. It's important for us to be here. It's very excited because we've never been to me personally, I've never been to a club. I've been a ham radio operator for 31 years and I've never been a member of a club. And for the past 27, the reason behind that is because I was not allowed to by the company I used to work for. My background as a ham radio operator, as I said, is 31 years. But I was working for Amateur Electronic Supply in Orlando, Florida for 25 years. So that's where I learned everything about ham radio. And I'm happy about that, but they were the ones that did not allow me. But here, it's different. I'm working with another company, HRO, Ham Radio Outlet, and they're very nice, very kind. And I'm allowed to be a member of a club, so I'm working on that. And being that I can see this kind of club, looks like a great club to me. And we're very happy that we're here. Just to give you a little bit also insight about different things happening for us. The company of HRO has been in business since 1973. And it started with Bob, and Bob was a police officer. He was a state trooper in California, and that's how the company started. He just opened a little joint, and he started selling radios on the side, and it worked out pretty good. And he grew the company to have 13 stores, and that's what we have right now, plus our internet, which is going to be number 14. We're excited to be here in Plano, and I just want to tell you why we're here and why we chose Plano and not one of the other counties or towns, like everybody's saying, why didn't you put it in Dallas? Why didn't you put it in Austin? Why didn't you put it in
Richardson?
Richardson, there you go, there's another one, or Fort Worth, right? Well, the reason behind that is because Robert, the owner of the store now, and the nationalist, not this Robert, no, this isn't my pop. That's my brother from another mother, by the way, guys. Robert, the owner of the company, and the national sales manager, Steve Gilmore, they came here to buy Texas Towers. And the deal did not work out. So since it didn't work out, they decided that since they were here in town, in Plano, they decided to look around. Well, they found a nice spot. They found in the corner, right where we're at, right across the street from Fry's, and ever since we've been there, we've been very, very excited. The business is booming. We're there to help. We understand that some of you folks are uncomfortable because of the taxes. What can we do? It's out of our hands. But hey, we're there, and ever since we've been there, we're the number one walk-ins right now of people going to the store, out of all 13. This is the most organized store that we have. As you can walk in, you can see everything's all organized with name and all that, and model numbers. As the young lady that's doing that is my wife. So if you see Charity and another girl, the other girl is my wife. She's the one who takes care of everything and organizing the store, making sure everything's in its place. And she keeps Robert and his, because when he puts something wrong where it doesn't go, she picks it up and takes it straight to him. Find where it goes. You know where it is, and he knows, Why? Well, the story about HRO, why Plano, what we carry in the store, we basically have everything. It's just that we can't have everything in one store. What I say by that is, if you want something that we don't have in our store, we check our other stores. If our other stores don't have it, we can special order it for you. For example, something recently that we started selling is the stealth antennas. Those antennas are very, very expensive antennas. They're excellent antennas. They're about $1,600 or even more. Those antennas are for HF. The mechanism inside are made for military spec. They're sold more in use for the military in Saudi Arabia and other countries than here, but now we're able to get our hands on it so we can sell it to people. And they're excellent HF antennas for mobile. I mean, they're about 16 feet sometimes. Sometimes some of them are 12 feet. It depends which one you want to buy. That's something that we don't have at the store, but we can order it for you already, a special order. So whatever we don't have, we can get our hands on it. Something that we don't have that I wanted to bring here today was a 7300, a new radio icon. We just found out it's going to be available for the first or second week of January, and then they're going to show it at the show in Dayton, Ohio. That's where they're going to have one to show. Maybe we're going to get something in before. If we do, we're going to send out emails immediately to everybody here in the area so they can be aware that the radio's here and can go ahead and take a look at it. New stuff that we're bringing in, every time there's something new being built, we have our headquarters over there in California, which is Luke Ron. He's our buyer. He takes care of all that. He goes to the shows, he goes to the new stuff that's being built, new stuff that's coming in, and we try to keep track of all that so we can get it into the store on time for you folks to go ahead and take a look at it and play with it. Have you seen when you walk into the store, the back area of the store is full of radios and equipment and all that? That equipment can be used and to a grade that if you want to make some contacts to see how to transmit and receive, go ahead, feel free. That's why we have them there. We want you to go ahead and play with them and use them and see what you really like so you can get the feeling of it. So when you make a decision, it'll be a nice decision. If you have any questions, don't hesitate, ask us. If we don't have an answer, we'll find the answer for you. If one of the employees here doesn't have an answer, they normally come to me for the experience that I have, and then I can probably answer it. If I don't, we'll find an answer. Sometimes we go on the internet that same moment, we find another answer. But we want to take care of you folks the most we can and the best we can. You are the star for us. We're there, but we're there because of you. And that's why we're excited, because we know that you guys are comfortable there. If you want something, you need something, we can get our hands on it for you. Now, something else that we want to make sure and let you folks know that we're going to have some future events going on. We just opened. We just started in February 2nd. It took the guys about 6 weeks to get the store ready to open it, to make sure it was nice in the way it looks. We did 5 weekends of open house. Some of you probably remember that. There's a lot of, yeah. And the second week we had to close one day because of the ice, and that was exciting for me. Coming from Florida, 28 years living over there, coming to ice over here, that was pretty astonishing. Yeah. Even though I'm from Chicago, but I left Chicago when I was very young. I went to Puerto Rico. I learned Spanish down there, second language. Then I'm working over here in Florida, I learned Portuguese. And then for the past 6 years, me and my wife, we've been doing sign language because she's deaf on both ears, 80%. So if you see her at the store and you talk to her and she doesn't answer, it's not that she's ignoring you. She ignores Robert. That's it. Well, she has a hearing problem, so that's it. If you see her, hey, ma'am, she has to touch her in the back and then she'll turn. But just to let you know, but it's pretty awesome. Right, Robert? Yep. Okay. Now, what we're going to have soon is we're going to do tailgates. We're going to have certain days of maybe twice or 3 times or 4 times maybe a year. We're going to have some tailgates in our parking lot where you can take all your equipment, open it up right there. We open the store. It depends on what time it starts. If the tailgate starts at 5 in the morning, I'm opening the store at 5 in the morning. Because in Orlando, I used to do that. When the tailgate opened at 5, I was open. I want to make sure you guys had coffee, donuts. We want to go to the bathroom. You bought something at the tailgate, you can come inside, plug it in, see if it works. If it doesn't work, we do that. I'll do that for you guys. I don't care about the time, whatever. I will be there. If it starts at 6, we'll open the store at 6. But we'll make sure you're comfortable and then you get what you want when you're over there. Also, we're going to have more open houses. Open houses are going to be awesome because we're going to have the dealers come out, the manufacturers, and they're going to do presentations. And at the same time, they're going to give away radios. And that's the cool part about that. That might be twice a year. We're not sure yet. We're still working on it. But that might be twice a year. Now, also, ham fests. The first one we went to was HamCon. We tried to go to Austin. We couldn't make it. Things were happening. We're brand new. But we're expecting to be at least 5 or 6 ham fests here in between Texas, Oklahoma, and there's another state that I was told we're going to go to. I can't remember. I think it's Arkansas. I'm not sure. But we're going to try to go to the most ham fests that we can. But if there's a little ham fest here in the area or something like that, let us know. Because maybe we can make arrangements and send 2 guys out there with a table and some stuff. We can also take the orders, give discounts, have some gift certificates and stuff like that. I mean, we're here, we're excited, we're happy to be here. And I understand that they had taxes skills, but hey, that's part of life, you know, but we're there. I bought my first, my hobby, one of my other hobbies is camera, photography. And I got my Nikon and everything. And I could have bought it real cheap on the internet, but I bought it locally because I can get my hands on it and I can play with it. And if I have questions, I can do that. That's what our store is. It pays a little bit more sometimes, but you're there, you're touching it. You got a problem, bring it to me. 2 months you had it, went bad, I can maybe your instruments, go ahead and exchange it for you.
Camera?
Other places, not cameras, but you know. They're gonna get my camera. But any kind of radio, if something goes on, we'll take care of it for you. We will make sure that you're happy, no matter what it takes. There's times when we have stuff that have been damaged or something happened to it 3 months later down the road. We see this feasible, well, you know, it's this brand, this happened. We'll make sure that you're happy. If it's a trade-in, we're taking in trade-ins like crazy now. If you have any trade-ins you want to do, yeah, I'm the one who checks the trade-ins in. We give you good money towards it for whatever you want to trade it in. Sometimes you can get more out there, but some guys don't want to deal with that because it takes a lot of time, and then you don't know who's buying it, if you're going to get the money paid, or you're going to get one of those that say, I save you too much, send me back by wire transfer. You've heard that before, right? Mm-hmm. I got one. I put something on QTH.com, and that's the first thing I got. Somebody wants to say, oh, I saved you too much money, get the check and send it back with this and that. I said, yeah, nice try. See ya. I can catch the frauds. We can catch them very easy, and there's frauds out there. But folks, guys, women, ladies, children, whatever questions you have, as long as we can do our best, we will do the best for you. As long as we make sure that you guys are happy. If we don't have it, we can get it for you. Now, is there any questions? Because that's why I brought Robert with me. I didn't bring him to heat that seat up. Is there any technical questions? Any questions you have for us that we'd be glad to answer?
Is the 7300 replacing the 7100?
As far as we know, it's not. It's a brand new model coming out. It's going to be between the 450 Yaesu and the 991. They want to have one that goes right in the middle. So they got the 72 that has no built-in tuner, and they have the 76, 74, and the 9100. They may want a little bit smaller to go in between, so it's a brand new model. It's not replacing any other radio.
Not a question, a comment on the tax thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to pay sales tax, but if you buy it on the internet, you're paying shipping and handling. So if you look at the two, there's pretty much usually a trade-off of same amount.
Exactly.
You end up paying the same.
And the only reason we mention this is because that's the first negative thing we got from everybody. Taxes. I say, well, what can we say?
Yeah.
You know, but it's true.
That's gonna change.
Yeah, it's changing lately.
It's
Yeah.
got to, it's killing, it's not just you guys.
Sir?
How familiar is your personnel with most of the complex equipment that you're selling? In other words, let's say I buy some real fancy new transceiver and I don't even understand, after reading the book, what to do with some of the buttons and switches and so forth. Do you help people with that, or how?
When the customer comes to the store, basically, we will take our time. When the customer comes to the store, we will take our time to start helping them the most we can. What we do sometimes also, since I got 3 or 4 salespeople on the floor, it's either me or one of the other guys, we go to the back, we take the manual out of the equipment, and we're there with the customer trying to help them. If we get a phone call, we get that phone call, but the customer's there with the manual. Then we go back and we keep on helping the most we can. Now, yes, I wish I would know, and I would keep in mind and know how every single radio works in the market. That would be awesome. But sometimes it's kind of hard to know every single radio detail. Now, for example, the 990 Kenwood, excellent radio, big, huge radio, a lot of buttons, bells, and whistles. It's not really that difficult to understand the radio. I'm kind of intuitive when I look at a radio. I kind of like take more than like 5 or 6, even 10 seconds just looking at it. Because I'm studying the radio to see what I need to press later on to make this work. A lot of the functions, one button does 2 things instead of 1. And they don't show that even in the manual. But you hold it in more than a second, it does something else. But we are there. If we can spend the time to be with you, to show you how the radio works, we will do it, yes. As long as we have the time for it. Because sometimes the store is like full of people. Yes.
Kenwood,
480.
Mhm.
It has the ability to store frequencies,
Huh.
but the manual does not show how to name them, name the frequencies.
Okay.
So how do I find out?
Well, it's gonna be very easy. I will call tomorrow, Kenwood. I will find out for you.
All right, thank you.
All right, I will do that, because I'm buying that radio for my truck. I'm putting one of these police consoles in my vehicle, my SUV. I have Gamber Johnson. Ever heard about Gamber Johnson?
Yeah.
You remember in the old CB time, they had a little adapter, you just pull your radio out from under the dashboard.
Slide
and
mount.
Slide it in. That's Gamber Johnson. Well, Gamber Johnson makes all the consoles for the fleet, for the police officers, their vehicles. Well, the supervisor for Gamber Johnson in Milwaukee is a good friend of ours, and he supplied me for my vehicle, the whole console with everything goes in there. Also, he supplied D. You guys know D who works at the store?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fireman. They also supplied for his vehicle. So I told Gamber Johnson, there's about 80% of my customers in Texas that own trucks. What can we do for them? We're going to use our two vehicles for samples, so you can see what it looks like. Basically what it is a console that you will remove the console you got in your vehicle right now. They have a console made specifically for your model of your vehicle. And you can have 4 or 5 radios on there, one after another one. All perfectly fit. So it's all right there. Instead of having one here, one there, where you can say, I don't got space in my truck, it's all in one position. And then at the back of it, you got an armrest, cup holder. It's pretty cool. It's made by Gamber Johnson. If you go by the store next time, I got the book in the store. I'm going to show you what it looks like. But it's real good. If we use those and they work out pretty good for us, we're going to try to implement and sell those here first in Texas in our store. Because this is a store that I really noticed that has a lot of guys with vehicles, with trucks instead of cars. Cars, forget it. Trucks are fine. But we're going to do that. There's another hand raised up.
Yeah, does this mean that you're becoming members? You're becoming members now, Richardson?
He's good. Hey, I might, but I get it. Just to let you know, I live on Custer and Allen at 121,
There you go.
all the way up there.
Then you don't mind me going ahead and I kind of sold a whole unit for you, complete radio system.
Did
I
you?
turned it over to Robert.
You turn around to Robert?
Yeah.
That's not an excuse.
Okay, all right. You have a question?
I'm curious about the radios you take in as a trade-in. Do you sell some used gear at the shop, or do
We
you?
have some used gear in the shop. The only thing that I've noticed is that used gear goes fast. Like yesterday, Saturday, I took in a 950, LT 950. I took in 3 of the MU units, MTUs, 3 of those. We also took in the SP8 speaker. You sold it already? Give me a break. And then we took up some more stuff. Then I got some handhelds, some other mobile radios. We took in some plenty of stuff, yeah.
So you do sell them in store?
Yeah, we sell them in store, but we also put it online.
Okay.
So people in other locations, they just see it online, they just order it, and we just ship it out. But we ship pretty fast.
Okay.
But we do take in a lot of trade-ins. And it doesn't need to be something new. We're even considering taking call-ins. That's how old and back we will go for trade-ins. Now, don't please trade in a vehicle. Somebody did that the other day. Came to the store and said, I want to trade in my Jeep. And he was serious about it too. I said, I can't do that.
So, how much would this for the used gear updated from internet?
Well, as soon as I take a trade-in, that same day, I have to give the customer that money. In other words, we can put it on his account so he can buy something else, or we send him a check. Now, if we put it on his account, he buys. Immediately I put it in the system, it shows up 10 minutes later on the internet, on our webpage. And just to let you know, our webpage is brand new again. It's been on for a week and a half. We're having problems. We're tweaking it, we're fixing it, we're making sure it works good. But there are some issues with that, but we're working on it. We are aware of that already. But it goes immediately on our webpage. So that's why nationwide they can see it.
Somebody placed the order through the internet.
Yes, sir.
On used equipment, do you give any type of warranty?
We give a 30-day warranty on it. Because, for example, if I take something in and I know that all the parts are there, we test it, we make sure it's working, we give the customer a 30-day warranty. But if I don't test it and then we messed up, I still took it in as a trade, but I didn't check it out, that was my fault. Which at the beginning, we did one like that, we wound up eating the radio because it was no good, it was burned by, or hit by lightning or something, we didn't know about it. But now we do check them out in the back, and we're setting everything up in the bench. We don't have a local technician, but we're working on that also. There is a, you're a tech? Okay, so I would like to get your information, if you don't mind giving us your card. We have our store in Georgia that has a local technician that he does work. He's not in the store, but he has 2 blocks from the store. But if we can find somebody local that will send stuff, that would be awesome, because we really need somebody. Any more questions? Sir?
Suggestion, chairs, earphones. You've got those beautiful radios on the back wall, you've got the antenna on the roof, and if you wanted to try out one of the radios, where are you going to sit, and how are you going to avoid
2 things.
messing all
The blue chairs, you saw the blue chairs there? Have you been to the store?
Yeah.
Okay, you go to the back of the store, we got, right now, 7 blue chairs. Yeah, you just pull them up, sit on it, and play with the radios. Headphones, ask me or one of the guys, we have a headphone in the back of the store.
Have those chairs always been there?
Yeah, since day one.
I didn't see it.
I think the only color you don't see is blue, right? No, they're there.
Yeah.
No, they're there. Plus, I got headphones. If you want to do that, I got headphones in the back. We just pull them out for you. Any more questions? Excellent. So thank you for having us here. It's been a pleasure meeting all you folks, and I'll see you at the store. And yeah, I might make arrangements to become a member. All right?